What's up, guys? I'm back with Vape-sesh number 7. And same as last night in the late night vape show, I just wanted to talk a little bit more about my experience and how everything is going with transitioning over to Zero Nic. And so far, it's still been great. I still haven't really been craving the nicotine or anything. So everything is going good still. Everything I stated in last night's video still feels the same as today. And I even still have like the same amount of juice left. Like after I ended the video last night, I literally just didn't vape anymore after that. So I did save some juice, and I figured since I still had juice left, I would go ahead and shoot another Vape-sesh video and update you guys a little bit more on how switching to Zero Nic is going. So far, it's going great. The flavor's been awesome. I haven't really noticed cravings for nicotine or anything. Everything's been great. I feel great. Like I said in last night's video, I feel a lot happier, a lot healthier, a lot better. And let me go and just get a couple things. And it's nice. Yeah, I will admit, if there is anything I am missing, it is that throat hit sensation. But that's about it. I haven't felt angry or been in a bad mood or anything else since I have quit the nicotine. And so far, this is going on day 2 of no nicotine. And yeah, I feel great. I haven't noticed any mood swings, any cravings for nicotine. It's just been great. And yeah, so it's going good on the zero nicotine transition. Hopefully, I'm able to keep it up because, like I said, I really do want to get off the nicotine for good. And so far, I think I have a really good shot at it. I think I can really get off the nicotine because this is day 2 already, and I haven't felt any cravings, but only time will tell. I just gotta take it one day at a time, and we'll see what happens from here. And like I said, I'll keep you guys updated on how my transition is going and what are the things I miss, if I'm craving it, if I'm missing it, if I'm gonna go back. I will keep you guys updated on all that information. But as of right now, I do not plan on going back to nicotine. The Zero Nics are working just fine for me, and I don't see any reason to go back to nicotine at this point in time anyways. I know I'm only 2 days in, so only time will tell, but I really think I'm gonna make it this time. I think I'm gonna permanently stay off the nicotine. Still vaping the Crop War Mini and the E-Leaf Digest 2 tank, and it's been fantastic as well. I think I picked a really great setup to do this transition with. It's an awesome solo tank and an awesome mod. And yeah, it's just been a great setup. Battery, see, that's how you can tell I haven't been vaping. The battery is still at the same as it was in last night's video. I don't know. Ever since I quit the nicotine, I haven't felt like the need to constantly pick up and vape like every 1 to 2 hours or 1 to 4 hours. With this, I'm actually going twice as long as I was going whenever I was using nicotine. So I don't know. Everyone's experience is different. I'm just explaining what's happening in my experience. And in my experience, I've actually gone longer times without vaping, using the Zero Nic than whenever I was using the nicotine. And I do find that kind of weird because nicotine was the satisfying thing, and the reason I vaped was for that nicotine buzz and that throat hit. I don't miss it at all. I haven't missed it since I quit, and it's weird. I think maybe the nicotine, at least for me, whenever I was vaping the nicotine, it made me want to vape more because it was an addictive substance. I'm not for sure. Again, I'm not a doctor. I'm just stating my experience and what I think is happening. So yeah, I think that nicotine did make me want to vape more because of the addictive substance and due to the fact that I was a heavy cigarette smoker for about 5 years. Yeah, about 5 years. And now I'm completely off the cigarettes and hopefully sticking with the nicotine. Like I said, it's only been day two, but it's pretty great so far. I haven't noticed any mood swings or any anger. I actually feel like a lot happier of a person now that I've got off the nicotine, and I'm really hoping I stick with it this time because the longest I've ever made it was high. Uh, yeah, but the longest I've ever made it on nicotine, off nicotine, was a week, and that was more because I kind of psyched myself into going back to nicotine. But yeah, this has been great so far. No nicotine, second day or second and a half day, something like that. I know it's for sure been 2 days. But yeah, again, highly recommend this setup. If you have either the Cloud Pour Mini, go out and buy this tank, or if you have the eLeaf iGest 2 tank, get the Cloud Pour Mini. I think they make a great combo together. And I know it looks kind of funny because I have the airflow band on there, but even with the airflow band off, that's what it looks like when it's screwed down on your mod. It sets perfectly flush. There is a slight bit of overhang because it's a 22 millimeter diameter tank, but it also does have a huge e-juice capacity of 5.5 mils. And yeah, this is the tank. This tank's still going. And I don't know why it's lasting so long. Because I thought if I'd switched to zero nicotine, I would be vaping twice as much. And actually, I'm not. Wow, that is impressive. Congratulations. Like I said, the longest I ever made it was a week, but that was more of me kind of listening to other people's stupid opinions. Like whenever they were telling me, "Oh, you're vaping for no reason. You might as well just quit vaping. That's pointless." And it's not. It really isn't. And some people don't like nicotine, and some people didn't start vaping with nicotine to begin with. So, vaping is more than just a fix. It's like a family. It's like I don't want to say culture, but it's like a family within everybody. Kind of helps everybody, and it's a good way to meet people too, because like the social benefits. You're vaping zero nicotine. You see other vapors. They want to talk to you about your setup. You want to talk to them about their setup, and you instantly made some friends. If you're gonna make it, you make it on the ice stick too. I have looked into the iStick 200 watt before. Are you talking about the one that looks kind of like the Relo shape? I agree with you, Transonic. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. I do feel a lot healthier since I quit the nicotine. So far, anyways, I feel much more upbeat and much more healthy. And I know it's only been 2 days, but it's just a feeling that I've gotten. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people have done it that way too. 1 second, guys. Yeah. People on I'm filming videos. Huh? I'm filming videos. Sorry about that. My dad came in. But yeah, I have heard people do that as well for helping with their weight. Um, yeah, A buddy of mine actually did it for that reason. He didn't use nicotine at all. He said it just helped him with not eating so much because he was really concerned about his weight. iStick QC 200 watt. I'm gonna have to look that one up. I don't think I've heard about that one yet. Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that one. What is your current vape setup? The flavor I'm vaping on right now is actually an old flavor that I made kind of myself. I watched a video before, and this guy said to get the throat hit sensation while vaping zero nic, mix a little bit of menthol in your liquids or vape zero nic menthol flavors. So I had some strawberry zero nic and some menthol, and I kind of mixed a little bit of the menthol. That's why the color looks kind of funny. It's a mixture of strawberry and menthol, and the menthol does kind of help with that throat sensation feel. But like I said, I haven't really missed the throat hit or craved nicotine at all. And since I mixed this flavor, I don't know why it kind of tastes like a watermelon instead of strawberry. I don't know if maybe I'm getting more of the menthol over the strawberry or how it's kind of counteracting. But both of these liquids were from the same company, so I thought if they're the same company, same nicotine level, mixing them wouldn't really hurt it. And it didn't really hurt it. Like the flavor's fine. It just doesn't taste like strawberry or menthol. It kind of tastes like a watermelon. And I really like watermelon, so it's fine with me. I have been looking into that. I have been thinking about just making my own juices, like DIY juices. I've seen a couple videos about how to do it. I feel fairly confident that I can do it, but I'm not 100% sure on how that would work out for me because I've never tried to make my own liquid besides buying two different flavors already pre-made and mixing them. That was about as far as I got with making my own liquid. But I have noticed that my vape has cut way back since I quit the nicotine. Like I said, I only had a little bit of liquid to fill up this tank once, and the tank is still like basically a quarter full from 2 days ago. Wow, those actually sound really good. There is a liquid that I've been wanting to order from. It's like a Max VG, I think, and it's a zero nic. It's coconut cream pie. I'm not for sure what the company was. I'll have to re-look that up. But one company I do like to order from is You Got E-Juice. I think they have really great deals on their e-juice. What's that? That's funny. Yeah, that's true. That's horrible. Uh, that I didn't do it on purpose, but my fiance, when she first started vaping, I was using RDAs at the time, and she wanted to try out vaping for the first time. And I had the Troll V2, and I had it set at like 50 watts, I think, and it was a dual coil point 0.2 ohm build. And I had already vaped the wicks pretty much dry, and she just picks up and she's like, "Oh, you hit it like this," and she blows it out to purge, and then just real inhale and just coughs really hard. And I told her, I was like, "I'm so sorry. I should have told you. You kind of got to check that to make sure it still has liquid on it." And she's like, "What do you mean?" And I was like, "It's not a tank." Like, she's like, "You don't fill it up?" And I said, "No, you kind of put liquid on it, and then take a couple puffs, and then whenever it goes dry, you put more on it. And she actually did vape an RDA for a little while. She was using the T-Prib that I did have with the Kanger Drip Box RDA. And then she ordered her Me 1, and I put a wrap on it for her. And she's hits it every now and then, but she kind of got back into cigarettes. Yeah, I do. I'm a huge pothead. Just to get that out there. I do smoke a lot. It's probably really noticeable. I actually kind of just finished smoking before I made this video. And I don't know how a lot of people feel about weed. I don't just smoke it to get high. I smoke it for my nerve pain because I am a type 1 diabetic, and I have diabetic nerve pain in my legs and feet and my hand. I've had so many incidences where my hand will sometimes shake, and the only way to keep my nerves under control is to smoke weed. It kind of helps the pain. And yeah, it doesn't help it a whole lot, but I think a lot of it was more of the work I used to do. I used to really strain my legs lifting heavy stuff. I didn't like to accept help from other people. I smoke out of bongs, pipes, blunts, joints, and I smoke hydro. I love hydro. My fiance, she could smoke reg or hydro, and I've been forced to smoke reg, but I'm a hydro person. I love hydro weed, and like I said, I don't condone people to go out and smoke, but everyone, people like what they like. I don't feel like you should judge others for what they do, even if it's not always the best thing. Mainly because I know how it feels to be judged for that by a lot of my family members. And I'm actually a pretty decent guy, I think. I mean, I'm not an asshole or a jerk or anything, but due to the fact that I do smoke weed, they kind of look at me like I don't really fit in, kind of like a black sheep kind of thing. All my other family members are like kind of uptight. So it's not great whenever I hang out with them, but I usually just don't really bring it up around them. And if I want to smoke, I just walk off and smoke. And if they follow me and they try to get mad, I just tell them, hey, you don't need to get mad at me. I didn't tell you to follow me over here. But like I said, I don't encourage people to go out and smoke or do drugs or anything. But if you do, I'm not going to judge you for it. I don't judge people for anything that they do because I think that's what life's about. You're supposed to be who you are, and you shouldn't have to feel like you need to be somebody else or act a certain way around people just so they'll like you or so people don't make up stuff about you. I've never really cared about stuff like that. To me, I've always thought of it more of, hey, if you're cool with me, cool. If you don't like me, I'm not telling you to be around me. And that's just how I've always looked at things. Never really been one to judge others or like, oh, you like doing that? That is stupid. No, I've never been like that. Like, I think if you like to do it, that's cool, man. More power to you. If you don't, that's cool too. Just be who you are. Don't try to impress me or by being something else, because I don't try to impress other people by being something else. And right? Thank you. Like, I don't even consider weed a drug in my opinion. Like, it grows out of the ground. To me, what a drug is something that is man-made or chemically made. That is the definition of a drug, not something that grows out of the ground. And I find it really kind of ironic that people that are really religious say, oh, well, God don't like pot smokers or stuff like that. Really? Because God's the one that made the earth, and weed grows out of the ground. That's just my opinion on it. And I've even told my grandmother and other people that whenever they've asked me my views on pot, I told them I don't have nothing against it. I mean, and they would say, "Oh no, that's not good. That's bad. That's drugs." And I was like, "Well, then you're technically saying God loves drug addicts because God made the world and weed grows out of the ground as a plant. It is a medicine, not a drug." And but I know there's like big arguments, and everyone considers weed different things. Some people consider it a medicine. Some consider it a drug. I don't consider it a drug personally. Exactly. It grows out of the ground just like tobacco. The only difference is tobacco is with the nicotine as weed is with the THC for more of psychedelic effects. And the THC is more of calming, like a caffeine effect. And, or did I say the THC? Fuck. I might have got that backwards. Anyways, just reverse what I said. I might have got that backwards. But yeah, that's my views on it. I don't judge people for other things. I have tons of family members that do way hardcore more drugs, and I just look at it as, hey man, that's your life. God gave you a free mind to make your own choices. If that's what you want to do, more power to you. It's just not for me. I'm not into that. But as I was saying in my other videos, I have heard that too. I've heard caffeine is a lot worse for you than weed is. I can't remember where I heard it from. I think I was just like looking up random facts about weed and it like popped up because I used to study weed a lot. And because my original plan was I wanted to go to Colorado because I'm a very like picky person when it comes to weed. Like I really examine it, the trichomes, the crystals, the outside of it, the densityness, the smell, break it open, the flavor, the taste. I judge weed very critically. The first time I smoked, um, I was probably like, for weed, it was in the third grade. I was like 10 years old, and my best friend, he was like, "Hey, you want to smoke this?" I thought he was talking about a cigarette, and I wanted to seem cool because he just seemed like a really cool guy at the time, and I was really trying to impress him, kind of. So I was like, "Yeah, I've smoked before. I'll do it," which never have. And I guess whenever I said I smoked before, he thought I knew he was talking about weed, and I thought he was talking about a cigarette. And I had seen my parents smoke a cigarette, so I was like, I could do that. And it was not a cigarette. I just remember like getting really lightheaded, and my he just looked at me and he said my eyes were really low and like bright red, and I was like, dude, I'm gonna get in so much trouble. They're gonna be so mad. And he's like, dude, just chill. They're not gonna know. He's like, you're freaking out. And I was like, oh man. But the first time I smoked a cigarette was actually in ninth grade, I believe. I was 15, and I smoked cigarettes one and a half to 2 packs a day for about 5 years after that. And or not 5 years. Whenever I was 19, that's whenever I got my first box mod, which was the iStick Mini, the silver and black, the original one that I had. And that was the mod that really got me off of cigarettes. I asked myself that same question. Like, now that I think about it, it's like, how? But I think he actually got it from his sister. Yeah, it was his older sister. She thought I was really cute for some reason, and she was like a couple years older than me. And he told her that I had smoked apparently, and she knew that he smoked because he smoked with her. So she rolled him a joint, and we went and smoked. It's really funny looking back on it now because I thought he was talking about a cigarette. He thought I knew it was weed, and his sister thought that I smoked and happened to have a crush on me, which was weird. Is she was like 14 and I was like 10, so I found that kind of like, not gonna lie. At the time, I thought it was really cool because I was like, "Oh, an older chick likes me. That's awesome." I didn't know that was a thing. But the reason they liked me and he always hung around me was he thought I was like really chill and really funny. And that, and he liked to get me stoned because he thought I was really funny. Yeah, it's actually really funny. A lot of people wouldn't think so, but a lot of younger kids actually know a lot about weed. Like, whenever I talk to my fiance about it, because she asked me that same thing, she's like, "When did you start smoking weed?" And I was like, "I was in third grade. I was 10." She's like, "Really? I didn't start till I was like 15 or so." I was like, "No, I started early. I just jumped in." And it's funny is I might not have ever started smoking weed if it wouldn't have been for my friend in third grade having that little mix up. If I would have known it was weed back then, the way my mind thought was I was against everything that was drug related. And so whenever he got me to smoke it, it kind of changed my opinion on everything. And I just remember having the most fun I've ever had in my life. And I was like, I want every day to feel like this. So I just started hanging out with him a lot more, started smoking a lot more. And then he actually moved away in like fourth grade. So I quit for about 2 years. And then I met one of my really good friends in sixth grade. And he told me, he's like, "You look like a guy that likes to smoke." And I was like, "Yeah, take a big hit." Okay, I can do that. That's what I do love about zeros too. You don't get that harshness in your throat. So you can actually, I feel like you could actually take bigger drags. I used to could blow O's. I've been trying to practice a lot more, especially since I started doing zero Nick. I've been trying to practice. I can see. I mean, make sure my fan's out of the way. Those were some really shitty O's. I need to definitely practice a lot more at that. One of my favorite things I used to like to do was ghost. I think I still remember how to do that. Jellyfish. I've heard about that trick. It looks really, really complicated. I've also heard of this one called the dragon. I think it's called dragon, and you like blow it out your nose and your mouth at the same time. I have no idea how people do that. So Luke BNB, do you have do you have a YouTube as well, or do you just watch other reviewers? You can do the dragon. I've tried it, but I always usually mess up. Yeah, I always mess up on that one. I can get it out my nose and then like kind of one side. You know, that's cool. I used to just watch for a long time. To If I'm being honest, I wanted to start a YouTube channel a long time ago. I did actually finally work up the guts to do it, and it was called Average Bros. And as I was getting more and more comfortable with it, I deleted my Facebook because me and my fiance share a Facebook, and I forgot that my Facebook was connected to the YouTube, and now I can no longer get in that account. And 1 second, guys, I'm gonna be right back. I think my brother's calling me about something.
Yeah. I wish I could figure out something.
Yeah, I wish I could go.
Honestly, I wish JB would call us more. Because it wouldn't take a couple of weeks or a month and we'd have that straightened out. Be back down here.
Yeah, I wish we could. But we'll get it worked out eventually.
I don't see where you want that for $11,000. I know it's a lot of money,
I think,
but it buys her nothing but benefits. It buys her nothing but benefits. I mean, really, you got to think, what do y'all need if you want to be precise about it? What would you really need? Let me tell you what you really need. First off, you need to go down there from me and Jackie seen it because he wanted to get his first room. You get that little icebox like the one we used to have. It's at
The
that
pawn shop?
furniture place.
Oh, furniture place.
It's at that old furniture place or pawn shop more. You set it back in this closet or somewhere, you plug it in. Okay, by that, it's your TV and fill it full of snacks. I mean, what else does she really need? Well, she likes to eat at night.
I think the only reason why she's doing that